4 or 5 of them 26, including Carrasquilla, Jorge Gutierrez. So there's going to be a good chance for most of them, but probably not for Godoy, as you mentioned.
Well, the medals being ushered up onto the stage. We'll also have awards for fair play, the Young Player Award, best goalkeeper, top scorer, best player of the tournament. All of those awards to come. You see the trophies lined up there along with the main trophy.
The awards of the tournament are based on the performance during the entire 2025 Concacaf Nations League competition. Tonight's Fair Play Award presented by Degree goes to Panama!
Panama presented with the Fair Play Award, which is presented by Degree. And it's a tough walk up for Anibal Godoy. He'll have to go up twice now in this ceremony. But represented his country with pride once again. 145 caps now. He's just 3 shy of Panama's all-time record. There's still a big job for Panama over this next year to qualify for the 2026 World Cup. That is still their biggest aim and goal. So they'll be very disappointed tonight, but they still have a lot to play for over the rest of this year.
He doesn't look very happy, does he? Godoy getting the Fair Play Award.
No, tough moment for him. It's Luis Malagón collecting the Best Goalkeeper Award presented by Rexona.
Well, clean sheet against Canada, just conceded the one today, which was a penalty. I thought he made some really good saves just before half-time. Got into a bit of a mix-up from the corner, and he came and punched and didn't get it, but that was probably the only blemish on what was otherwise a really good performance.
No mystery on the top scorer, presented by Aramco. And best player for that
best
matter.
player as far as getting them all. I think he leads now with 7 goals in the Nations Cup for Mexico, way ahead. The next one is, I think, got 3, so he really has made a name for himself in this tournament as Raúl Jiménez.
Yeah, and just to mention, the top scorer award was for the entire tournament, which started back in September. That was taken home by Dorne Romero of the Dominican Republic. The Young Player Award, not presented tonight. It is presented by Aramco. That was awarded to Nathan Ordaz of El Salvador. Those players not present, which is why they weren't called up on stage. Now the officials will receive their medals. Mario Escobar, the leader of that. VAR review awarding the penalty late in the first half, which certainly appeared to be the correct call. He didn't need VAR to award the penalty late in the second half, which certainly there can be no arguments or complaints about.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think the Panamanian players even bothered to argue with the ref. It was just a blatant and in many senses a totally unnecessary handball, and to come so late in the game, it didn't give Panama any chance to get an equalizer.
They put so much into their profession as well. Very thankless job, but
it is
a rare recognition in a moment like this.
I think in general crowds need to appreciate referees a lot more, because they get constantly abused by both sets of coaches and players. Well, this is nice to see.
Yeah, respect shown by Mexico after such a great fight by Panama, as Panama go up to receive their runners-up medals in this Nations League. Not the ones they wanted.
No.
But tons of admiration all around for this team, who continue to show that they are contenders in this region. Remember, for many decades, Panama were not that. They won a couple of regional titles, one in 1951, the old CCCF tournament, and they won the old Central American Cup in 2009. They were so hopeful that this would be the night where they would add their first full CONCACAF major trophy. Come up just short in the end, but Thomas Christensen still has done phenomenal work.
Oh, hasn't he just? I mean, it's a really good team, and Mexico had to throw absolutely everything at them, and then had a helping hand, if you excuse the pun, to get the win. And with limited resources in Panama, he has put together a well-organized, you saw the way they defended in that 5-4-1 shape. And everyone knew their job. They knew what they had to do. They knew that they had to avoid giving away free kicks. And I thought generally over the majority of the match, they were top class.
The wry smile from Thomas Christensen. He certainly maximized the talent that he has at his disposal. So commiserations to Panama, but now the moment for the winners for Mexico. As they go up to collect their winners' medals, led by their goalkeeper, Luis Malagon. They are used to winning regional titles in Mexico. They've won the Gold Cup 9 times. They won its predecessor tournament multiple times as well. This new Nations League tournament had confounded them, though, since the turn of the decade. Lost to the United States either in the final or the semifinal in each of the 3 previous editions. The discontent in Mexico had reached a crescendo last year after losing to the U.S. again, but this title goes a long way toward lifting spirits across the country and setting El Tri back on their perch as the best team in the region.
It gives Javier Aguirre a very good chance of being the coach that will take this team to the World Cups, of which they will be one of the 3 hosts, along with Canada and the USA next year.
Cesar Montes, the second to last player to receive his medal, and then Raul Jimenez goes up last. Edson Alvarez is the captain, but Raul Jimenez, the star.
Welcome to the stage, the captain of Team Mexico, Edson Alvarez.
It is Edson Alvarez who will collect the trophy for El Tri.
Yep, happy days all round for Mexico, Mexican fans, and the Mexican coach. Really has been a good tournament for them, and they've played well. They've been very solid, but Raul Jimenez has been the star player. 2 goals in each of these last 2 matches. What a performance by Raul Jimenez, but his captain Edson Alvarez has been pretty good as well.
It is the moment for Mexico. And for the first time in the Nations League, it is Mexico, champions of the Concacaf Nations League in 2025.
The parties will keep going in LA for the rest of the night. It's a happy crowd. Not quite sure what it would have looked like if Panama had won and then the crowd would have all left. There'd be no one there. Instead, it's going to be party time.
They will pass the trophy around long into the night. Raul Jimenez gets his hands on it. And with 4 goals over these 2 games, he carried them to this trophy in terms of the scoring, at least. Plenty of contributions all around to those players in those sharp black and gold kits that they will wear again at the Gold Cup this summer, where they'll hope to further re-cement their status as the top dogs in CONCACAF.
Besides Raul Jimenez being 33, the rest of the team are all in their mid-20s. Yeah, Malagon, the keeper's 28, Israel Reyes 24. In fact, as I'm looking, all of them are in their late 20s, so this team could be together for a good few years.
Yeah, big signs of renewal for Mexico after a difficult period. There's what they played for, there's what they won.